Hey guys, welcome to Mega Man X Legacy Collection, where this time around we're doing Mega Man X3. Let's get started. Yeah, so this one is essentially the SNES version of the game, compared to the PlayStation, Saturn, or PC. This is actually kind of a neat story. This one, what happens is Dr. Doppler creates a basically antivirus for the Maverick Virus in general. He uses his neurocomputer and it's like, bam, no more Mavericks. And all these Mavericks are like, cool, Dr. Doppler's awesome, he fixed us all. So let's worship him and create our own town, kind of. So they create a town called Doppel Town, I think it was? I forget exactly. Yeah, there it is, right on screen. Basically, everything's all hunky-dory, no problems whatsoever. Biggest concern, though, is that this is a Mega Man X game, and everything can't be all hunky-dory in the beginning. It has to be something's going on. So a few months later, it's like, bam! Mavericks are attacking all of a sudden. What's going on? They're starting the riot. And so they sent out X and Zero, and then as they send them out, it's like, oh, come back to base. There's stuff going on. That's essentially like the biggest issue here. And then you find out that things aren't all what they seem with Dr. Doppler, as they create the Dr. Doppler army. There we go. And it's weird. But essentially, what happens is they sat there and I guess they decided to profile Dr. Doppler after this whole thing happened. And they are like, yeah, he's the one that did it. I'm like, it should be obvious. But that's essentially how it is. So they send them out and then they get called right back. And of course, the English translation isn't all that good because Maverick Hunters, not Maverick Hunter. This is the headquarters of Maverick Hunter. So we're starting off strong. Big rock soundtrack. The X doesn't spin as much, but the 3's a little bit fancy this time around. That is X3, let's do this. X, I'll clear out the enemies out here. You go ahead and deal with the ones inside. So yes, as you can tell, Zero's around and is like, oh hey, things are going as they would. Except there's stuff going on. And oh my gosh, it's so bad. I'm gonna go down. I might want to switch over to TV. I'm looking at my capture and I'm already feeling wonky. But not a big deal. It's nowhere near as bad as X1. Nowhere near as bad as X1. No one could be anything near as bad as X1 in terms of input lag. Let's do this. Mac! No comma. Where have you been? You're far too trusting, X. I'm now a member of Doppler's army. You will make a fine addition to our forces once you have been shown the true destiny of the Reploid race. I think that's what I said. Kind of skipped a little bit too quick. But here's the main draw of the game. He can play as Zero, and for the first time, it's pretty fancy and neat. He has dash abilities. He can do double shots and swing his saber. And he has some really good music to go with. The problem is that he has 1 life. He is not very good. And everything hits like a truck in this game compared to any other X game, so not having all this health is not gonna help that much. Ow. That's fine, that's fine. I can avoid the rest of the damage from here on out, at least. And let's go inside. I like how the dash is like... Yeah, but he's not hard in the slightest. See? Now let's get rid of this thing holding X up in the air. Are you okay, X? Thanks, Zero. I'm okay. This translation. I'll check around headquarters again. Be on your guard, X. Zero's like, man, I gotta save you. Why? Why couldn't you just be normal and actually fight things and not get caught every 2 seconds? Or let go of all your armor pieces and your health upgrades and your sub-tanks and all that every single game. Time for the first boss. It's not too challenging to say the least, but it's a little bit harder than the one in X2. Ow. That was just dumb. It still takes a ton of damage though, whenever I hit it, because it's an intro boss, it's not gonna really do too much. That was easy. Hi, Zero. You're just about as tall as X right now. Looks like we swept most of the enemies out of here. I'll go back and check on headquarters. Call me if you need me. See you later, X. So the biggest draw is that Zero is going to be busy, so you can't just immediately play as him. You have to call on him if you want his help. So that's kind of the fancy thing. You pretty much play as X throughout the entire game. I'm going to try to use Zero as much as I can. Biggest issue is they didn't really implement him too well. Alright, this is the next biggest issue with this game. I love this game. Biggest issue is that there are 2 paths I would take, depending on certain things. There is what I call the safe path, which I could pretty much go through every single boss in a certain order to get the upgrades and go through it no problem. Problem is that that safe path requires multiple revisits. This game is very revisit heavy. There is another path which is kind of like speedrunning in a sense, where you only have to do like 1 revisit. Problem is that you fight 2 bosses without their weaknesses, and you're guaranteed to fight certain bosses later on. So I'm gonna start off by actually choosing somebody I normally don't choose, which is going to be Tunnel Rhino. There is Blast Hornet, Blizzard Buffalo, Gravity Beetle, Toxic Seahorse, Vault Catfish, Crushed Crawfish, Tunnel Rhino, and Neon Tiger. Sadly, I know them all off the top of my head, and it's hilarious. The most annoying thing is they kind of don't really tell you what anything is until you get certain upgrades. Alright, normally I start off with Blizzard Buffalo, but... okay, let's do something a little bit different here. I'm gonna go my speedy route, but the biggest issue is that I already lost 1/3 of my health from that, and that really stunk. Another big issue with this game is just general difficulty. It's much harder than X2 and X1, probably combined even. I mean, X2 was easy, but still. There's a lot of enemies in this game that kind of have a defensive maneuver to them, where you kind of can't just run through the stages. You kind of have to go through and grab everything you can. There's one of the upgrades I cannot get it yet. It's a little obvious where it's at though, but see, I didn't kill it in one shot. I had to do all these weird things. There's gonna be a lot of enemies that have patterns like that. You can't just run and gun in this game. You have to sit there and take your time, or you probably will die. Let's see here. Let's climb up this way. I'm trying to remember where all the upgrades are. It's been a hot minute since I played this game, so I know the sub-tank's right here? Yeah. I will be needing to do a revisit to this stage. There's no way around it, but it's the only revisit I will need to do if I do this right. These rooms are mandatory. They will show with bosses later on. This one is actually a standard boss I will have to fight, I believe. Or not. Okay. Usually there's something there, but I'm fine with that. I think like after one stage on. This right here is one of those enemies in general. These stupid things block all your shots unless you shoot while they're loaded. And then when they die, it kind of does a desperation attack where it just shoots off the 2 blasts. So again, can't run and gun, and it has like something where it just shoots grenades if you get close. And it's actually quite a big hassle half the time for these stages. All right, I'm making a lot of progress. I'm pretty simple. Those doors that I saw earlier where I was supposed to fight something there, but I think it's because I'm going in a slightly different order. I'm doing my speed order. I know, I think it's in this one. This one is where the boss is. Yeah, it's this one. Never mind. Oh yeah, it's this thing. This thing is obnoxious, because it will knock you off the wall every single time. You just need to get high enough, let it make you fall down. English is not great today. Make it, wow. Have it make you fall down, there you go. But in a certain way where you won't land on its drill crotch. The nice thing is though, when you climb up the wall, you can get a full shot. I'm not looking at the explosion and I'm in the wall. That's actually really funny. All right, I'm fine with that. But yeah, this one is loaded with mid bosses that will blow up like that, and that is the worst drop that thing could have given me. Whatever. Let's get rid of you. That's better. If only I could have got a slightly better shot than that. I think I'm near the end of the stage already. There we go. Yeah, that enemy would just like reload its thing. Ow. Wow, okay. 0. Whoops, I didn't want to take it. I didn't want to do that either. There it is. 0, help me out. I have no health and I want you to actually do something. Okay, that's one. Get rid of you. Can 0 not fill up the sub-tanks? Yeah, he is. Okay. I'm just making sure. Really? Thank you. The biggest issue is with 0 is, again, if he dies, that's it. He's donezo. I have no, like, he just won't ever come back at that point. So I gotta be careful with using him as well, because I would like to get a good ending. But now that I'm in here, 0 is gonna just call X back, and I'm not gonna have a lot of health because I wanted to pick up that item, but I didn't. So I'm off to a good start. But that's fine. I will probably die in one hit anyway. I just gotta remember this pattern. Again, it's been a hot minute since I played this. There we go. All right, I remember how this one works. I remember. I think I'm good to go. All right, let's give this another go. I think I remember his pattern. He kind of dashes back and forth, and then after like half health or so, he has a desperation attack. Sometimes he shoots out his drill, so I just gotta be careful. If I just climb on the wall right away and then dash, I should be able to avoid his attacks for the most part. I just gotta be careful about how I do this, because when he does this, I gotta wait a little bit. Because if I'm on the wall when he hits it, I will just fall straight down and hit him. So I should be able to kind of narrowly avoid him for the most part. Once he does that, or some other attack. If he does something like that where he'll confuse me, that's a different story. And that will do a lot if it hits. So I gotta be careful for that one. Because everything in this game hits like a truck. But I think I'm relatively safe. I'm surprised I missed with that, but okay. Wait, jump, dodge that, wait, shoot, dead. All right. That's one down. Many more to go. And for that, I believe I get the Tornado Fang. Using the fancy wireframe graphics to show what I got. And I think it Tornado Fang with those fancy wireframe graphics. Alright, and that's my password. So I'm gonna save and I'm gonna move on to the next stage. Which in this case, for me, would be Blast Hornet. In order to get some things with less revisits. So let's do this. I'm definitely not looking forward to this Maverick fight, because this one's actually a little bit more challenging with just the Buster. But that enemy was directly out of X2. At least it feels like it is, I don't know. Ow. This stage is a slog, to say the least, but there are two things I can get here, which I believe I should be able to get both of them on this visit. Mainly because one, I have this, so I can just immediately get like one of them, no problem. So I think this is the stage that I'm thinking of. Can I reach that at all? Eh. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Here we go again with the buttons. Nah, whatever, I'll just avoid that for now. I just don't remember where the heart is in this level. That's the biggest concern I have. It's not remembering where stuff is. Oh yeah, that's where, I remember now. That's just a ride armor thing up there. But it's fine, I just need to avoid a bunch of stuff. That is a death pit, I believe, so I'm gonna avoid that. Where was the heart piece in this level? I think I remember, but I don't at the same time, and I'm worried about that a little bit. Is there a boss in this one? Yes, yeah, this thing. Oh yay, wireframe graphics, let's do this. Oh yeah, it jumps around a lot. I think if I just shoot it, it jumps over my head again and again and again. Nope. That was a little bit iffy. Now it's gonna jump around a lot and hit me. That's weird that a lot of the mid-bosses just don't have their audio, and it just seems weird to me. I'm not sure if that's a Legacy Collection issue, because I swear that those things have audio. Okay, so the ride armor is in one of these. Whoa, I don't want to die to something that's stupid. I'll just keep blasting things until I remember. I'm dead. Yay! All right. That's fine, that only gives me like, what, 1 life to fight Blast Hornet with? Fun. That's great. Hopefully something drops a life, that'd be grand. But knowing X3, that's bound to not happen at all. There it is. And then I have this, so I shoot that at the wall. And that allows me to go down here. Eventually. There we go. In order to get the ride armor. Thank you. And I'll take the elevator back up, please, so I can actually use this thing. Okay. And we're here. So now let's just blast through this section, no problems whatsoever. All right, I forgot about this thing. I don't remember how I'm supposed to fight this thing, though. I just keep hitting these. It's not doing a good job of getting resources. Eventually, there it goes. And that was it. Good thing they got all the resources of nothing. Alright. Oh, couldn't move for a second there. Alright, and I go in here, which leads to... Where was the heart in this level? I might be blanking out on it so hard. I don't remember where it was. It'll probably come back to me in a moment. I'm pretty... Wow, that was dumb. Yay! Give me a second. Alright, and that's the mini boss done again. Not too hard. And I remember where the heart piece was. It's up there. I can't reach it because I discarded my ride armor last time, and now I gotta revisit this level. Not a terrible loss. It's just 2 revisits now, and it's only 1 item versus having to go and find like 4 or 3, depending on what level I go to. Ow. I can't believe that actually hit me. Whatever. Maybe I can get my health back before I can get to the boss because I'm like right there. There we go. Oh, nice. And I got a little bit more. Be nice if I can get... There we go. That should be good. Blast Hornet isn't hard per se, but dodging his attacks is a must because the Stinger does like half your health, and that's fun. Having the body armor at this part is really useful. He's usually one of the last I would go for in my safe route, but he's not... It's not hard, to say the least. It's just kind of demanding. Just need to know where to be and when to be when you're doing all your stuff. Okay. Thank you for changing up your pattern last second there. That's fine by me. Speed up the game a little bit. Okay, that's fun. Okay, now he's changing up his pattern. He's going to start doing like this little pink orb thingy. Yeah, that. And he basically just launches out hornets to come at you and eventually hit you. I don't know why he keeps shooting them off screen. I'm totally fine with that. Oh, that's okay. Just one more shot, Got it, and done. And I'm not looking at the explosion either, so that's all well and good. Blast Hornet isn't terrible. It's a manageable fight, but if you get hit, you will get hit a lot. He does a lot of damage for no reason. I don't really know why, but that's that. And I'm gonna get the parasitic bomb. This one's pretty fancy, but you don't really need it too much. The weapons in this game are rather uninspired, to say the least. But what's this? He is the Maverick Hunter I failed to catch last time. I had no idea he is so powerful. Bit and bite. Bring that Maverick Hunter to me, alive if possible. Affirmative, Dr. Doppler. Alive, Dr. Doppler? You are so kind. Watch your mouth or I'll put you back where I found you. Even with your enhancements, you are still no match for me. Thanks for the upgrade, Doctor, but I have a score to settle. And I'll do it my way. Fine, just make sure you do it. I still can't believe that Maverick Hunter defeated my master twice in the past. What master could he be talking about? It's obvious if you played any of the other X games. But yes, next time on Mega Man X Legacy Collection, we continue X3 after that little travesty of Blast Hornet. Me taking a little bit more damage than I wanted to, not too big of a deal. And I'll see you guys on the next one.